Welcome to our Q&A for our family IFS retreat, May 9th through 11th over Mother's Day weekend. We're hoping to inspire some of you to come and nourish yourselves and nourish your relationship with your inner life and have your kids get a chance to learn about internal family systems and the importance of connecting from the inside out. So I'm here with an incredible team. Our team is growing, and I'm absolutely delighted to be adding a couple of younger age groups to our retreat this year. Last year, we had groups for preteens, teens, and young adults. And the teens and the young adults loved this so much, they've actually asked us to offer it again. So we are back by popular demand. Our kids and our parents are really excited that we're going to be offering this annually. This is our second annual family retreat, and we'd love to have you with us. So I am Jacqueline Long. I'm founder and director of Mindful Child and Family Therapy. We offer therapy for kids, teens, adults, and families. We work with lots of parents and kids in Los Altos, San Jose, and Half Moon Bay. And we also offer services online in all of California. And we're going to be coming together for a power-packed weekend of diving inside to connect from the inside out with each other over Mother's Day weekend. I will be supporting the parents with exploring the different parts of ourselves that come up as we interact with our children. And you can come alone. You don't have to come with kids. That's been one of the questions that has come up over the past few weeks. We do have mothers coming on their own without kids. So far, no dads coming on their own without kids, but you're welcome to. And there are couples coming with their children already as well. My son is 15 years old. He will be there. He loved his time last year with Travis Schubeck, who will be the facilitator for the teen group. And we heard great things from the kids from all of the different age groups. So I'm going to introduce each of you, and you can all get to know the facilitators for the different subgroups. We call them subgroups of the different age groups that will be overseen over the weekend. So Justin Gillespie is the facilitator who will be supporting the young adult group. Justin, would you be willing to introduce yourself, say a little bit about your work as a marriage and family therapist, and yeah, what to expect for the young adult group this year?
Yeah, so my name is Justin. I'm working a lot with young adults, some teens as well, couples and adults here in our Los Altos and San Jose offices. I'm an IFS therapist and really enjoy working with and exploring parts. One of the things that we did last year was called parts mapping, really trying to explore different kinds of parts, identify their roles, identify their emotions, the things that they do. Some of the activities I've been thinking about for this year are similar, but a little bit more experiential. I'm really trying to see what a part feels like, unblending from it, other sorts of meditation exercises that we could do, but very much reacting to what's coming up with the people who are there. We're in a beautiful nature area as well. And we took advantage last year of some walks, some hikes, taking advantage of some of that time as well. So I very much look forward to doing that again this year and also enjoying of just being with the entire group.
Thank you so much, Justin. Justin brings, a couple of decades of experience facilitating retreats. So the young adults are in very good, qualified hands, lots of depth work, and really encourage your kids who are in college or beyond to come and make use of this very special time to look within and get to know your inner life better. So the next person I'll introduce is Travis Schubeck, who will be supporting the teen group. Travis, if you could introduce yourself, say a little bit about your work, and anything you'd like to say about working with the teens.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Hi, everyone. I'm Travis. I am also an IFS therapist and have been transitioning to working primarily with individual adults in my practice, but I have about 6 years of training and working with children, adolescents, teens, um, throughout my practice. So it's familiar to me, and I really enjoy working with them. Last year, I was there during our first annual retreat and had a blast with all the teens. We got to go on hikes together and some memorable. I was helping out with the camping portion, so I was kind of the chaperone, just kind of there being with them. But they were great. Didn't really need to do much. But it was really beautiful just to see them connecting together, and I saw some really sweet, memorable moments and um, interactions being made with them. Um, what else? I think something I took away, something that I heard from the teens last time that I really appreciated was that this retreat offered a new language for the parents and kids to communicate, parents and teens to communicate. Um, and where they could identify some of the parts that might come up in interactions between the teens and their parents, or between the teens and other peers, and just give some more insight into what's going on internally for them. And so, just like Justin mentioned, the parts mapping, I'll be guiding the teens as well through some parts mapping exercises, getting in touch with what's going on in their nervous system, in their body, the parts that might want to be expressed, and a new way of expressing them with each other, that might feel less blended or activating. So I'm really excited to come back this year again and work with the teens and see how I can support. So yeah. Anything else, Jackie, that I missed that you might want me to mention?
That sounds great. And last year, Travis and I did some sculptures and some skits where we're embodying a parent and a child interaction or a friend-to-friend interaction. And we got some really good feedback that was really helpful from both the parents and the kids and teens. So yeah, we might feature another Jackie and Travis role play moment for you all to explore and witness again.
That was a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
was. Thanks so much, Travis. And then I'd love to introduce Jaylene Salas, who is our director of retreats. She is also a wonderful therapist, and she will be supporting the preteen group. Jaylene, would you be willing to introduce yourself and a little bit about your work and your experience with this age group?
Sure. Yeah, my name's Jaylene Salas, and I'm really delighted to be here again for the Family IFS retreat. I delight in offering retreats. I think they're very inspiring and meaningful. And there's something that really comes alive as the collective energy of the group comes in, and that we have the privilege of really having the space to slow down and connect, and experiences that really deepen in learning coping skills and deepening self-awareness, emotional resilience, capacity to connect in new and fun and experiential ways, communication techniques. So it's really rich, and there's been such warm enthusiasm from our family retreats in particular, that really is inspiring to me. A lot of the preteens left last year with a continued connection with some of the other preteens and are writing this year hoping that they're coming back. And so that's really sweet to feel, as well as increase in connection with their own family, the parent-child connection. I am definitely very comfortable in working with this age group. I'm also a mother with the same age group. I have two daughters. One is 10, the other's 13. Last year, I really enjoyed working with some expressive arts and experiential practices that bring the IFS, the Internal Family Systems model, alive with parts mapping. We also did what's called a self-leadership lantern. So really getting to understand what it feels like when we come into the quality of the self-presence and what that feels like in our body. And the kids got to make lanterns as they shared stories about experiences where they felt self-leadership embodied inside of them. And they brought those lanterns home as a memory, a marker of that possibility and those stories. We also did a botanical parts collage or mandala, and they did some watercolor and then walked outside and found different parts of nature that represented aspects or parts of them and represented it through the expressive arts. And there was an IFS soul collage. So I hope to play with some of those expressive arts again this year. I'm also inspired to bring in more embodiment and somatic work, perhaps doing some music and storytelling and even movement that could be part of that. So looking forward to it.
So rich. Thank you, Jaylene. And I could just feel my whole system softening and settling hearing you talk. So yeah, your preteens will be well nurtured and imbued with lots of creative ways of exploring themselves. Thanks, Jaylene. And this year, I'm delighted to invite Katie and Carla to join our team. Katie will be working with the kids, and she is an IFS therapist. And Carla is a Mount Madonna school teacher. So she's a teacher at the school on the grounds at Mount Madonna. And she's a preschool teacher with decades and decades of experience working with kids and preschool kids also. So Katie, would you be willing to say a little bit about your background, your comfort working with kids, and yeah, a little bit about what they might be able to expect?
Yeah. Um, my name's Katie. I'm really excited to work with the kind of elementary aged kids this year. I'm a former elementary school teacher, so I have kind of classroom experience that I can fall back on. And I really enjoy working with kids and building relationships and talking about feelings, helping kids kind of recognize those feelings, externalize them a little bit, kind of bring them out and talk about them using art and movement and stories. I really enjoyed the Inside Out movies, and I find that to be a really great way to kind of connect with kids. And I think we'll probably be watching those at night, which helps give kids some concrete ways to explore different parts of themselves. Yeah, and I'm just really excited to get out in nature, definitely utilize the beautiful grounds as well.
I love hearing the interweaving of IFS and parts work with nature and the different aspects of nature. Yeah, thanks for that, Katie. And I just so have such a deep trust in Katie and her ability to work with kids of all different ages and activity levels and energy levels, and your creativity and working with kids and parts. Thank you so much. Yeah, and Carla, would you like to say a little bit about your work and your
I'd love
background?
to. I've actually, like Jacqueline said, I've got a background of teaching for about 25 years, I would guess. I haven't counted. It's been such a lovely experience with children for so long, and it's mainly preschool, kinder, and lower elementary. But I've also taught, improv and dance and music to the similar age group, and also done a lot of mindfulness work and art. And so I can bring a lot of different tools. Like what Katie was saying, I also plan on using the Inside Out movies, but at the same time, I also want to have the children experience a lot of their likes and dislikes as unique personalities, and also to be more aware of their feelings. So rather than giving them having to relate to parts of themselves within, I really want them to be familiar with their feelings through improvisation work, play, imaginative play out in the nature, and many different activities to do with collage and other artistic things. That I've got a whole arsenal of activities up my sleeve.
So fun. I want to be a preschool kid. I want to do some drama and improv and creative arts and nature. Thank you so much,
You're
Carla.
very welcome.
Glad, yeah, so glad to have your comfort at Mount Madonna there too. It's such an asset for this weekend. Yeah, so I hope those of you watching can get a sense of the incredible facilitation team that we've put together for you and for your children and young adults. It's really unique. We don't know anyone around the world who's offering family IFS weekend retreats like this. I feel really blessed that we have the luxury of such incredible people in our area that know IFS work that can offer such a unique experience and an experience steeped in the IFS model from a really authentic way. So we hope you'll take a look and check this out and let friends know. One of the things we found out last year that it's really helpful if your kids have a friend that's coming. It just helps them feel more comfortable entering a new territory. So we do encourage you to let your friends know and your kids' friend, their friends' parents know. It helps them feel a little more invested in the weekend, and it just lights up the fun. And we certainly think that the best way to learn is through having some fun together. So I hope you'll take a look at mcaft.com/retreats. Stands for Mindful Child and Family Therapy.com/retreats. So mcaft.com/retreats. I'll also put it in the description. I'll put a link there in the description. I think you're going to have to copy it because we don't have enough people watching us to have an actual workable link, but I'll put it in the description for you. I hope you'll check this out, and I hope to see you there so we can learn and grow together. Thank you. Bye-bye.